Peace to everybody. This is about Robson, Safechuck respond to Dave Chappelle's Michael Jackson comments. And of course, I've been exposing Wade Robson and James Safechuck. They have lied on Michael Jackson like there was no tomorrow. The only time Wade Robson told the truth was in 2005 about the alleged sexual abuse that never happened. And of course, Dan Reed, he had edited the entire documentary, so it will be all one-sided about them only. And as you can see here in the picture is Wade Robson and James Safechuck along with Dave Chappelle. James Safechuck has come out strong against Chappelle too, adding, "I'm heartbroken for all those children who took to see how they will be received when they finally find the courage to speak out about their sexual abuse. I just want to reach out to other survivors and let them know that we can't let this type of behavior silence us. Together we are strong." So James Safechuck is trying to say, oh, he feels heartbroken for all the children who took to see how they were be received, when they finally find the courage to speak out about their alleged sexual abuse. Now, first of all, Michael Jackson never touched any child. Never, ever, ever. Never. They have lied all the way through the entire documentary, saying, oh, Michael did this, Michael did that, and that was not true at all. And then, of course, it comes out, together we are strong. Strong for what? For lying? Because that's the only thing you're going to get out of it, is for them lying. Wade Robson is firing back at Chappelle, telling TMZ he can say whatever he wants. It reveals him, not us. So Wade Robson is firing back. He's telling TMZ he can say whatever he wants. It reveals him, not us. Why would it reveal Dave Chappelle if Wade Robson and James Safechuck are lying continuously? Michael never did anything wrong. Wade's lawyer, Vince Finaldi, as although Mr. Chappelle is entitled to his opinions, however misinformed they may be, it's unfortunate that he has chosen to use his platform to shame sexual abuse victims and spread his ignorance of sexual abuse and the way it is perpetrated upon children in an attempt to resurrect his career. So Wade Robson's lawyer is saying, though, Mr. Chappelle is entitled to his opinions. Yes, Mr. Chappelle is entitled to his opinions because he's defending Michael Jackson. Michael never did anything wrong. And of course, there's a lot of people that are going to defend him, while Wade Robson and James Safechuck are going to be put to shame because they lied on him continuously, saying, oh, did this, did that. No, it never happened. It was all a lie and a setup. Wade Robson and James Safechuck are lying money grabbers. Finaldi continues, Mr. Chappelle should look to fellow comedian Hannibal Buress, who instead used his platform as a mold of social change by addressing the injustice of Bill Cosby's alleged sexual abuse of many women head on when no other comedian would, as an example of positive work done from a place of intentional fortuite or something. Alright, so the lawyer is saying that he continues. He said that Mr. Chappelle should look to fellow comedian Hannibal Buress. Now, I don't know who he is or anything like that, but he also said who instead used his platform as a mold of social change by addressing the injustice of Bill Cosby. Well, Bill Cosby never did anything either. He only admitted to one alleged sexual abuse. But after that, all these women were coming out saying, oh, Bill did this, Bill Cosby did this, Bill Cosby did that. Not true. It was all a setup, too. And of course, Andrea Constant, she threw the nail in the coffin by lying and saying, oh, Bill Cosby did this and did that. Who in their right mind wants to touch Andrea Constant? Because she's a liar too, along with all these other women. Dave Chappelle has worked Michael Jackson back into his stand-up, and he's flat out rejected claims made by the accusers. So Dave Chappelle is working Michael Jackson back into his stand-up. So, and of course he's flat out rejected claims made by the accusers. So that means Wade Robson and James Safechuck. Of course they're gonna lie continuously. Oh, Michael did this, Michael did that, Michael was here, Michael was there. No, never happened. It was a lie. It never happened. Michael Jackson is a loving person. He loved children. He loved to take care of them when they were sick. The Neverland Ranch was the place to go to be loved and to get a lot of special treatment when they were sick. DC's new comedy special, Sticks and Stones, just dropped on Netflix, and Dave had a few things to say about our society, namely celebrity cancel culture, which he kicked off by defending MJ, saying he doesn't believe Wade Robson and James Safechuck, the two accusers featured in the HBO documentary. Of course, I'm going to go with Dave Chappelle. And he said he doesn't believe Wade Robson and James Safechuck. I'm taking Dave Chappelle's side because the two accusers they featured in the HBO documentary, and of course, it was Leaving Neverland, which I never got to see because I don't have HBO. And of course, with Dan Reed, he's also a liar too. So, that's why he split it up into two parts because it was a 4-hour documentary. Dave flat out says, I don't believe these can't say it, after describing part of their all allegations and Leaving Neverland in graphic detail, calling the scenario gross. Alright, so Dave Chappelle has flat out says he don't believe these what, I can't say that word because children, after describing part of their allegations in Leaving Neverland. And of course, they are going to keep continuing to lie on Michael, saying, oh, he did this and did that. And of course, somebody needs to call them out. Wade Robson and James Safechuck, they belong in jail because, all this lies are just really destroying everything. Chappelle doesn't get into exactly why he doesn't believe them, but he does jokingly note that he's a classic victim blamer, saying that if he'd heard Michael molested the kids, he'd wonder, well, what were those kids wearing at the time? Yeah, what were the kids wearing at the time? Allegedly. Of course, Dave Chappelle jokingly note that he's a classic victim blamer. So that's what it is with Ray Robson and James Safechuck. They're victim blamers. They blame everything on everybody. And of course, they're not going to keep getting away with this for any much longer. But unfortunately, they are getting away with it. And it's just terrible what they have done by destroying Michael Jackson's legacy, dragging his name through the mud. The Jackson family is upset. They were going to sue HBO for $100 million, and on top of that, lawsuit against Wade Robson and James Safechuck. They claiming it did expire of the limitations of it. And of course, here's the video for HBO, which I'm not going to play. No. Dave goes on to joke, if Michael did in fact sexually abuse Wade and James, they should have felt honored and used it as bragging rights. Yeah, Dave Chappelle did joke on it. And he said if Michael did in fact sexually abuse Wade and James, they should have felt honored and used it as bragging rights. But since nothing ever happened to them, what's there to brag about? All there is about now is lies, because they have told a lie on Michael Jackson, saying, oh, he did this, did that. No, never, ever happened. Nothing happened to them. It was all a game just to get the money. He also corrects, I know it seems harsh, but somebody's got to teach these kids. No such thing as a free trip to Hawaii. He's going to want to look at your butthole. I can't, or something. Dave used a similar premise to joke about MJ in 2004, almost beat for beat. Alright, so he also corrects, I know it seems harsh, but somebody's got to teach these kids. And of course, somebody has to teach these kids. Parents have to teach the kids not to lie on other people that are not true. And of course, you know, kids are always getting away with everything. They make up tremendous lies because they take after the parents who also does the lying. And of course, he also said he's going to want to look at your butthole or something. Dave used a similar premise to joke about MJ in 2004, almost beat for beat. So that's what he did. It was all a joke. And of course, here's the video of Dave Chappelle. Not going to play it. No. Dave touched on a lot of other topics pertaining to cancel culture, taking time to defend Kevin Hart's LGBTQ moment ahead of the Oscars this year, going to bat for Louis C.K. again, and addressing R. Kelly. So Dave Chappelle has taken on other topics as well, pertaining to cancel culture. Of course, it was taking time to defend Kevin Hart's LGBTQ moment. Also ahead of the Oscars this year, of course, going to bat, and is for Louis C.K. again, and addressing R. Kelly. And I can only imagine what Dave Chappelle is going to say about R. Kelly, because you know R. Kelly is definitely not innocent either. You might recall the producer for the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly told the media that Dave had refused to participate in her project. He sets the record straight, though. Well, if Dave Chappelle has a right to refuse to participate in a project, then he has a right to. You can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. You can't say, oh, you got to come with me or else. No. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. And of course, he sets the record straight, though. He says Dream Hampton cautiously asked him about appearing on Surviving once and never brought it up again, which he completely forgot about until he saw his parading his name around in the press, suggesting he was hiding from the controversy. Now, why would Dave Chappelle be hiding from the controversy? Really? Come on. Dream Hampton cautiously asked him about their appearing on Surviving once and never brought it up again. So that's what Dream did. Never brought it up again. And of course, until which he completely forgot about until he saw her parading his name around in the press. Why parade somebody's name around the press if they don't want to be in some kind of project that they don't want to be in? I mean, really, he does have a right to say no. I'm not going to participate. Dave says it straight up. The only reason he didn't come on to talk about the troubled singer is because I don't know this at all. Got it? Thanks, Dave. Of course, Dave Chappelle said it straight up. The only reason why he didn't come on to talk about the troubled singer is because I don't know this at all. He got it. Thanks, Dave. So Dave Chappelle is pretty forward with himself, and he doesn't know R. Kelly at all. He don't, and of course, he may joke about him, but that's just about it. But that doesn't mean he knows him personally. And of course, here are the pictures of Michael Jackson from left to right, as you can see here. And of course, Dave Chappelle is going to defend Michael Jackson no matter what people are saying about him. And it's mostly Wade Robson and James Safechuck that are continuously bringing up lies about him that are not true. And like I said, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, they should be in jail for a very long time because they lied under oath, under the perjury part of the court thing. So hopefully somebody will call them out and say, look, you're lying. Why are you lying on Michael Jackson, this and that? And they better come up with some serious straight answers and honest answers, because if not, they're gone for a long time. Leave your comments below. I am out.